Start your day with the word in hand, a mighty journey through God's grand plan. From Genesis to what's ahead, let His truth be daily bread. Rise and shine, it's a brand new start. The Bible's wisdom, it fills your heart. A mighty moment, every line. Start the day and make it shine.
Welcome to Mighty Moment, where it only takes a moment to have a mighty encounter with God. Our speaker, Dr. Bobby J. Bowles, is guiding us on a transformative exploration of the Scriptures from Genesis to Revelation. As he brings to life the incredible and fascinating stories of the Bible, we pray that you are encouraged and spiritually strengthened. So, let's turn our hearts and minds to the Word as we prepare for today's journey of discovery. Here's Dr. Bobby with today's Mighty Moment.
An incredibly huge, tiny masterpiece. In our last episode together, entitled In 6 Days, we studied the creation week. Day 1, God created light. Day 2, God created the firmament. Day 3, God created land and vegetation. Day 4, God created the sun, moon, and stars. Day 5, God created sea creatures and birds. And Day 6, God created land animals and His crowning work, humans. We saw how God systematically created each day, building on the previous, and in 6 literal days, He created all that there is. Our key verse for this episode is Psalm 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament shows His handiwork. Let's read this same verse in 2 paraphrased versions of the Bible, as I think it brings some new insight to the verse's meaning, and I find them helpful here. Psalm 19:1 in the Living Bible. The heavens are telling the glory of God. They are a marvelous display of His craftsmanship. And in the Message Bible, the text reads, God's glory is on tour in the skies. Godcraft on exhibit across the horizon. Madame Day holds classes every morning. Professor Knight lectures each evening. In this episode, we continue our exploration of the fascinating creation story found in Genesis 1 and 2. So let's spend some time marveling at the incredible vastness and intricate, minute details of God's creation. From the expansive cosmos to the tiniest particles, from vibrant colors to diverse tastes, our world is a testament to God's boundless creativity and love for us. Join me as we explore the wonders of His handiwork and discover the profound implications for our faith and daily lives. Let's begin by looking at the vastness of the cosmos. When we gaze up at the night sky, we catch a glimpse of the immensity of God's creation. The visible universe is home to an astounding number of stars, far beyond what we can comprehend. Astronomers estimate that there are approximately 200 billion trillion stars in the observable universe. That is a 2 followed by 23 zeros. To put this into perspective, imagine counting 1 star per second. It would take you over 6 trillion years to count all the stars in the universe. So the classic question, which are there more of, stars in the visible or grains of sand on all the beaches of the world? Surprisingly, according to most estimations, there are significantly more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. A lot more. By some calculations, there could be 10,000 stars for every grain of sand on Earth. This comparison reminds us of a beautiful truth expressed in Psalm 139:17-18. How precious also are your thoughts to me, O God! How great is the sum of them! If I should count them, they would be more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with you. Just as the stars outnumber the grains of sand, God's thoughts toward us are innumerable. His love and care for us are beyond measure. The Bible actually acknowledges the vastness of God's celestial creation. In Jeremiah 33:22, we read, The host of heaven cannot be numbered, nor the sand of the sea measured. While the universe is incomprehensibly vast, it is made up of incredibly small building blocks called atoms. Everything is made up of atoms. Atoms are far smaller than anything visible to the naked eye, or even under a conventional microscope, as they are smaller than the shortest wavelength of visible light. How small are atoms? To visualize this, imagine if an atom were the size of a blueberry. In this analogy, you would need enough blueberries to fill the entire earth to represent the number of atoms just in a grapefruit. Atoms consist largely of empty space. The majority of an atom's mass is concentrated in its nucleus, which is composed of protons and neutrons, and is extremely small compared to the overall size of the atom. The nucleus is about 10,000 times smaller than the atom itself. If we imagine an atom as large as a stadium, its nucleus would be about the size of a garden pea. So how many atoms are in the observable universe? Well, it's estimated to be around 10 to the 80th power. This number, known as the Eddington number, is so large that it's difficult to comprehend. To put it in perspective, there are more atoms in a single grain of sand than there are grains of sand on all the beaches on Earth. Now let's briefly look at the diversity of God's creation. Let's look at color. The human eye is capable of distinguishing millions of different colors. In one lab study, scientists estimated that humans can see about 10 million colors, which is based on 1,000 levels of light and 100 levels of red, green, and yellow, blue. However, some other scientists disagree and estimate that the number is larger, with humans being able to see about 18 decillion colors, which is 18 followed by 33 zeros. Interestingly, some animals can see colors that are invisible to the human eye. For example, bees can see ultraviolet light, which helps them locate nectar in flowers. This reminds us that God's creation is even more diverse and colorful than we can even perceive. The variety of life on our planet is astounding. Scientists estimate that there are about 8.7 million species currently living on Earth. This includes everything from microscopic bacteria to massive blue whales. However, it's believed that this number represents only a fraction of all species that have ever existed throughout Earth's history. Some paleontologists estimate that over 99% of all species that have ever lived on Earth are now extinct. This means that the total number of species that have existed throughout Earth's history could be in the billions. Each of these species, past and present, reflects God's creativity and the complex web of life He designed. Let's look at smell. The human nose is an incredible instrument, capable of distinguishing between a vast array of odors. Recent research suggests that humans can discriminate between at least 1 trillion different odors. This is far more than previously thought and demonstrates the complexity of our olfactory system. One amazing fact about the sense of smell is that it is incredibly powerful and directly linked to our emotions and memories. Unlike other senses, the olfactory system bypasses the thalamus and connects directly to the brain's limbic system, which is responsible for emotions and memory. This unique pathway means that smells can trigger vivid memories and emotions more quickly and intensely than other sensory cues. This connection is so strong that a particular scent can instantly transport you back to a specific moment in time and evoke deep emotional responses. Let's look at sound. The human ear is capable of detecting a wide range of sounds. On average, we can hear frequencies between 20 Hz and 20,000 Hz. This allows us to enjoy the deep bass of a cello, the mid-range of a human voice, and the high notes of a piccolo. Many animals can hear sounds outside our range of perception. Dogs, for instance, can hear ultrasonic frequencies up to 45,000 Hz, which is why they respond to dog whistles that are silent to human ears. This reminds us that there's more to God's acoustic creation than what we can perceive. Let's consider taste. Our sense of taste is remarkably complex. While we often speak of 4 or 5 basic tastes, sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami, the combination of these tastes, along with our sense of smell, allows us to distinguish thousands of different flavors. An amazing fact about taste is that babies are born with 3 times as many taste buds as adults. These extra taste buds not only cover the tongue, but also extend to the cheeks and the roof of the mouth. As children grow, the number of taste buds decreases, which is why adults have fewer taste buds, and often perceive flavors differently than they did as children. Now let's consider the diversity of fruits and vegetables that God created. God has blessed us with an incredible variety of food to eat from His creation, each with its unique flavor profile. There are over 2,000 plant species that have been cultivated for food, and countless varieties within these species. From the sweetness of a ripe mango to the tartness of a Granny Smith apple, from sweet potatoes to turnip greens, the range of flavors God has provided is truly astounding. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. There are over 7,500 known varieties of apples alone cultivated worldwide. This incredible diversity makes apples the fruit with the largest number of distinct versions. This diverse, immense, and intricate world is a loved gift from God, demonstrating His intimate care toward us. He didn't create a monotonous, black and white world with no taste or monotone, no sound. Instead, He filled our environment with vibrant colors, complex flavors, intricate scents, and a vast array of sights and sounds for us to explore and enjoy. Even in its current state, thousands of years after the fall of Adam and Eve, and after the results of sin have affected it, our world still remains amazing. Imagine what it must have been like in its original state, its original perfect state. Picture tasting a perfect mango with perfect taste buds, or seeing colors we can't even conceive of now. This only gives us a glimpse of what heaven will be like, wonderful and amazing. In conclusion, from the vastness of the universe to the intricacy of an atom, from the spectrum of colors to the complexity of tastes, God's creation is a testament to His power, wisdom, and love. Let this incredible gift inspire us to deeper worship, greater appreciation, and more faithful stewardship of the world He has entrusted to us. May we never lose our sense of wonder at the incredible world God has given us, and may it continually draw us closer to Him. Friends, in our next episode, entitled In His Image, we will continue our look at the creation story. We will see how the triune God was present and active at creation. Also, we will explore how God made His crowning act, humans, and we will explore what it means to be made in the image of God. I hope you enjoyed our time together. I pray you have a mighty moment with God today. Be blessed.
From all of us here at Mighty Moment, we appreciate you joining us today. We pray that the message has blessed and encouraged you. We are grateful for supportive listeners like you who make this program possible. Your prayers and contributions help Mighty Moments stay on the air. We can be reached at 877-DR-BOBBY, that's 877-372-6229, or visit us online at www.mightymoment.com. Thanks again for listening. Until next time, may God bless you.
It's a brand new start. The Bible's wisdom, it fills your heart. A mighty moment in